What is good, my people, my peeps? How are you guys doing? I'm just perusing the internet and I stumble across New Breed's channel. New Breed Global Truth, I believe. You know, you have two channels. Um, we're going to have a discussion and uh, we're going to make it plain, okay? But before we had a discussion, I just want to play a little something something for you. Because I heard I guess it was just yesterday, your last broadcast, and it sounded good. Yeah. Now you want to stand on business. And I get where you're coming from. America is in trouble. Yes, it is. America's been under judgment. The 400 years of slavery has been over, and the rest of the years that added up from Jim Crow to redlining of our people, the persecution. Oh, and the black fatigue, which was, you studied, you understand that terminology was taken from us black people. Always, everything is taken from us because we are the salt of the earth, right, sir? But until wait a minute, I'll let you hear it from the originator because I like to give credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give credit where credit is due.
Until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna cross. Don't do it, Missy.
Wait a minute. I think let's run that back real quick.
Until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna cross. Don't do it, Missy.
Mm-hmm. Until you do right by me, everything you think about will crumble. Uh-huh. Um, and you might not see it in this life, but best rest assured, you just might see it in the afterlife. Okay, so I heard you were talking about America's in trouble and how you have founded a new movement, right? And you have a hashtag for that new movement, not for sale. I think I think I should take that hashtag because truly I have not been for sale. See, Newbury, you sold out your black women. The black women, and I'm starting to see that you got a new uh I guess new partner, FBAs, foundational black folks. You how I'm confused because I'm wondering how can you be a FBA, a foundational black man, when you've sold out foundational black women? That's right. You want to uphold Yah and tell us about what is to come biblically, but you sold out black women. You remember. Now, I know a lot of your members don't go down. You probably got several more new members over there on your channel, and they don't know that you sold out black women. You said you called us all kind of names. You said leave black women alone. We wasn't good for nothing. You remember all that? I mean, you said it in so many words. I'm just making it plain tonight or this morning. I'm just making it plain. You, New Breed, sold out black women, and now you have a mitigated goal, sir, to say you're starting a new movement and the hashtag is not for sale when you've sold out your black women. So is your new movement consisting of your words, leave Black women alone and get the other nation of women. Do you remember those words, New Breed? You got pissed off at me. Remember when you stole my talking points? And some of what you're talking about now is based off of my talking points, a woman's talking points, a Black woman's talking points, New Breed. Let's hear uh, this one more time so you'll understand where I'm coming from. Because we not gonna do this. Fake the funk. Hold on.
Until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna cross.
Yes, sir. One more time.
Until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna cross. Don't do it, Missy. Don't trade places. Where would I been?
I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna trade places. One more time, New Breed.
Until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna cross. Don't do it, Missy.
That's for not only me, New Breed, for every Black woman you degraded, you put down, you talked about. Until you do right by us, foundational Black women, that's your new terminology you tagging yourself along with. Until you do right by foundational Black women, until you do right by me, and you know what I'm talking about. I haven't got that apology yet, New Breed, but you out here saying you start a new movement and that you're not going to sell out. But everybody else has sold out. Remember the degradation you said that Black women wasn't worth the spit out of your mouth, basically. Right? You informed and this when you was so-called part of the Israelite online movement. But then you broke away from that because when it started getting hot in the kitchen, when people started finding out that you had a white wife, but you was promoting Black life, it got hot in the kitchen. Then you wanted to break away and say you didn't want to had nothing to do with being part of an Israelite group movement online. We knew you wasn't part of no camp, sir. You broke away because it started getting too hot in the kitchen. Because how we always got Black leaders, foundational Black men, trying to lead us to the promised land with a white wife on hand. That's what I need to understand. Why they always promoting Black leaders that always got a white wife on deck, or they screwing white women on their way to Selma, Alabama. Martin Luther King. I need to understand how you had the unmitigated gall before you even started this new movement. You know what you spewed out across these internet streets about Black women. So I'm wondering why you didn't bring your Black ass, your foundational Black ass, over on this platform or on your own platform and make a video and apologize, recognize your faults. Foundational Black man, Israel, when you put down and degraded Black women. You told your nation of people, Black men, not to mess with Black women. New Breed, you sent your goon squad, and did they not cyber harass me, gang stalk? After I, sir, from the goodness of my heart, a Black woman, interviewed you, you turned on me because you started stealing talking points, because you didn't want to give credit to a Black woman, because you made statements that women were like children. They could not even think for themselves. You needed to think for them. Do you not remember all of these words? Those are your words. Came out of your mouth, New Breed. So now that you're established, who's paying you? Who did you sell out to? That's the question. The question is, who's paying your check here on these internet streets? Because you can't keep pointing to the industry. I made that clear on my last broadcast, not directly towards you, but I know you was over there listening because you still use some of my talking points, and you still do to this day. I just chose just to ignore it because I know you know where greatness comes from, a Black woman. And how dare you sit and talk about they're stealing our image. They're slandering and stealing and degrading the Black man's image and our image, and how they had their children suckling on the breast of the Black woman. Are you serious now? Really? I need this to happen.
Until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna cross. Don't do it, Miss.
One more again.
Until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna cross.
New Breed. Before you start your journey, and I'm just forewarning, I'm just saying, because I think you right in many ways when you said you are the founder of this new movement that you're because a founder, the word founder, it stems from somebody finding something. You know, like America, you go around and you see all of these monuments and stuff, and you'll see founded in 1818. You know what I'm saying? That's because they found it. They wasn't the originators or they didn't create nothing. They are the founders. They found some shit, right? Just like you found my talking points. And you will not give credit where credit is due. But now you're on this campaign, not for sale. But you sold out a long time ago when you sold out the very essence that builds the nation, that brings forth your nation of people, foundational Black man. You sold out the Black woman. Remember, you told us, you said on your platform several times that we wasn't about ish, basically. You said on your platform, New Breed, that Black men needed to leave Black women and go get the white woman. You remember that, New Breed? So how can you say not for sale when you already sold out? When you sitting in your house right now, you probably sleep right about now, next to your white wife and your white baby. I know you're going to try to say the seed of the man makes the baby. You can't say that no more, New Breed. You left the Israelite community long ago. Don't try to mix and match now, New Breed. Don't try to be our new leader of nothing. We're tired of Black leaders trying to lead Black communities somewhere with a white wife in tow and degrade the Black woman on the way, and then sit up and have a mitigated gall to try to say and tell somebody not to sell the hell out. When you done sold out, look, roll over right now, New Breed. Or when you wake up and go downstairs to get your cup of Joe, OJ, and you go downstairs because you trying to smell the cooking that's in the kitchen, but you can't smell it because ain't no seasoning in the food. You got your white wife downstairs preparing your meals while you getting ready to log on to your computer and tell everybody how you're a foundational black man, how America's in trouble, and how we need not to sell out. You already sold out, New Breed. You already sold out. Now it's redemption and repenting is free for everyone. Everybody's free to repent for their sins. Don't get me wrong. But in the meantime, in between time, sir, you can't do it. Not today. Because every time I see a video where you trying to promote
Today
this,
I'm going to teach you the pink salt trick that even Hollywood actresses are
hold
keeping
on for a
under
minute. I'm pulling up because I want to hear this new movement. I want to get it on record. So I got to pull because this just came up while I was up. Your last broadcast. You can repent. God, God even love your white wife. He do. He love white folk. But we don't like no niggas perpetrating. We tired of that. We passed that, New Breed. We done with new niggas perpetrating a fraud. Talking about they the founders or something. That means you found something. You found my talking points. That's what you found, sir. Now you're the founder of a new movement. Right? Not the originator, not the creator. A founder. Hashtag not for sale. Yeah. Now, like I said, white people, y'all welcome. The Most High, y'all loves you too. I ain't hating on you. But we not going to play these games, New Breed. We not going to play these games, New Breed. Not after you sat up on your platform for years. Not a couple of months because you got mad, you was upset with a black woman. We could have understood that, Yeah. No. You were on your platform for years, New Breed. And you were directing black men to tear down the nation by going to strange women. You remember that? Even the Most High Yah directed Solomon, stay away from them strange women because they gonna lead you astray. They gonna lead you to their gods. But you sat up there and you directed black men to leave black women alone. How can you be a foundational black man without a foundational black woman? That's what I need to understand. Because this is a new thing that you on. I guess your new buddies, the foundational black movement. I'm just wondering, New Breed, how can you be a foundational black man and a part-time Israelite? Because you got a white wife, so you a part-time Israelite. Okay, you can't say you full-time. Because you ain't gonna get you a full-time black woman, a foundational black woman. A foundation, from what I'm understanding. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, sir. The foundational black movement is based on foundational black people. Am I correct? Now, let me know if I'm wrong. So that means if you are a foundational black person, wouldn't your mama have to be a foundational black person? A black woman, New Breed? Huh? Riddle me that. Wouldn't your mother have to be foundationally black? So your child, I don't know how many white women you got. And like I said, white people, If you don't know, sit down, just listen. Okay? Just sit down and listen to the conversation as you come in the room. If you don't know, don't say nothing. But if you know, you know. If you've been studied, you know. If you Israel, you know. Okay? And if you foundational black folks, you know. How the hell you stand on business? Talking about you starting a new movement. When you degraded me, I ain't got an apology yet. I ain't got an apology yet. All I got is smirks and grins. Because you thought you done me in. Uh-huh. You thought you done a foundational black woman in. And now you the new leader. Let me tell you something. We tired of new leaders, black men calling themselves our leaders, but always got to drag along they white wife and talk down about black women. You told black men to leave black women alone. You told foundational black men to leave foundational black women alone. So how the hell you gonna have a foundational black community going forward, standing on business? You not. Okay? Sir, Gray Wolf, didn't I say if you don't know what the hell going on, just sit back and listen. Okay? Then I said, let me put this up here. Apology for what? You weren't in, what? Let me get that down. Let me get that down. Wait, did y'all put it back up? Let me get that down. You weren't a slave, sir. Shut up and listen. You would have to go back a few years to understand this conversation, Gray Wolf. Okay? But Newbury understands clearly, and the people who have followed my platform and some of his gangsters over there on his platform they know what's up. They know exactly what's up, Gray Wolf. So you sit back. Matter of fact, go on up to the overflow room. You can't be in the main congregation right now. Okay, Gray Wolf? Y'all go ahead and hit them thumbs up as you enter the building. Gray Wolf, I'm gonna need you to be quiet and just listen. Or go back and you have to do some research on about this conversation I'm having. Yes, an apology. And I don't gotta be a slave because I'm a foundational black woman. I'm Israel. I have the ancestry, if you will, of my folks building up this nation, original to this land. I got it all flowing through my veins. Gray Wolf. Y'all always hollering you weren't in slavery, but them white folks still using money that they white ancestors got and obtained from the backs of my ancestors, sir. Tell them just don't use they foundational money no more. They inherited money no more because they wasn't part of slavery in 2025. Shut your ass up, Gray. Go up to the overflow room. You cannot be in the main congregation anymore. Not right now. Okay? Okay? You can't. Didn't I say be quiet? Huh? Do you need to go on time out? You cannot be in this conversation because you saying stuff that ain't making no sense to this conversation. Okay? Now, let me just go. Y'all, give me a minute. Let me go through these comments. Let me just peep out a little something. Yeah, Plant Pat, I know you Israel. I know, I know. Don't let them play you. Yeah, nah. That, you know what? And put that up there, because it's a game on these internet streets. It is surely a game. And let me say this: the ones that's gonna get truly led astray is gonna be the ones that's under these large platforms, because there's an agenda out here. You wasn't even using that word agenda until you heard it first come out of my mouth. Should we go all the way back, sir? You was talking about semen retention. Remember that? You was trying to give motivational speeches when I first came across your platform. You wasn't diving deep into nothing spiritual about demons and nothing until you heard it come from me. Till you heard my story about me battling demons. Yeah, you wasn't talking about none of that. None of it. Newbury, you was talking about semen retention, homeboy. You was trying to give a inspiring word of the day. Do you remember your original talking points, Newbury? The ones, my fellow people, that are going to get led astray are the ones that are under large platforms, because there's an agenda. Mm-hmm. And they're always led by men who try to degrade my fellow foundational black men, or Israel, try to degrade the black woman and say they leading us to the glory land, the promised land, the new lands. We're gonna kick you original folks out, you original woman, you blueprint of a woman out. And we're gonna bring the base people with us. The base, the base. You know it. They even in the Bible, New Breed, the Most High Yah calls your wife base. You got a base woman. While you talking about folks selling out, you talked about black women. You told your Israelite men to leave, kick us to the straight curb, and go get you a white woman. I got it on record. And you know you said it out your mouth because you was mad. You was probably scared that they was about to find out you had a white woman in your bed, just like Martin Luther King, just like all these other so-called leaders of the black race, leaders of the foundational black movements that we've had over the years, over the times, over the centuries. While y'all drag your white woman from the hotel room to the altar and then say, men, black men, leave them black women alone. They ain't about nothing. Let me take that down. They ain't no good. Now you talking about you got a new movie. Let's hear this. Let's go to the tapes. Let me try to get as close as I can. Let's see, get this going. Let me turn this up. Hold on, y'all. Get past this commercial real quick. You know.
Raised since babies.
Let's listen in real
All
quick.
actors.
Let's listen in real quick.
And through our awakening to the manipulation and the war tactics that they waged against us psychologically by handcrafting and molding our lab-made leadership. We now
Lab-made leadership. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Yeah, he got a white woman. You ain't know that, Planet Pat? His wife is white. One of the her daddies is one of the European white. Yeah. And that isn't that what they always preach? When you are what your daddy is. His wife is white. Pretending to be an Israelite. Okay. Yes, sir. You just said they creating lab leadership. What are they doing on new on the internet streets? Are y'all lab leadership too? Have y'all been bought and sold to New Breed? Cause you need to apologize. You need to make a blanket statement, not only just to me. I ain't even. I had said, after trying to reason with you and knowing that it wasn't going nowhere when you absolutely know that you stole my talking points, and there's absolute proof of you doing so, because I got receipts on it. But your stubbornness, your pride kept you from doing so. So I say to you, don't worry about me. Just throw me into the bunch of all the black women that you have degraded, you put down, you've insulted. You tried to lead black men. You tried to lead foundational black men away from foundational black women, because that's your new buddies, the foundational black crew. Foundational black crew. If you ever come across this video, you trying to get somebody that's trying to be buddies with you. Now, from what I understand, foundational black people is the original black folks of this land. Okay? But he ain't promoting the original black woman. So I need to understand, does that count to be foundational black? But you kick your mama out? Huh? How you kick your mamas out and bring in and replace her with another entity that can't even produce all the colors of the nation? I'm just wondering. I had a buffoon early up in here, Grey Wolf. I saw your comment, Grey Wolf. That's why you're in the overflow room right now. You can't be in the general congregation, sir. I saw your comment talking about my hair, and you colored your hair. You're damn right, because I am the rainbow. Do you see my skin complexion, sir? Do you see my skin complexion, sir? That red hair, I make red children. I make red children. You know them red-haired white folks. You see them black folk. I make all rain. I make all the races. You know them folks over in Ireland, sir, with that red hair. Them black folks. You didn't know. I don't have this black woman educate you today, sir. Them redhead white folks you see walking around, black people. Mm-hmm. We make all the races because we have the DNA in us to make all colors, and white folk can't do it no matter how they try. So I can wear red hair, purple. I am the rainbow. That's why the Most High, when he drowned that first set of evilness that was on the land, and he put that rainbow in the sky, he just let the people know. The original people know I'm here, I promise. Because we understand we are the rainbow, Grey Wolf. I can wear any color I choose to, Grey Wolf, because I am the original rainbow. Black is the original rainbow, honey. Black has all the colors in it. That's why it's black. I know you just ignorant. I know you don't listen to some ignorant men say women don't have no knowledge. I know. When they don't even know the Ruach Kadash is a female spirit. Let's let me side note. I'm gonna give you a break real quick, New Breed. I'm just breathe deep. Think about, apologizing to Black women before you go on your new escapades about starting a new movement. Okay? So go on, sit down and breathe. Drink your cup of joe or your orange juice, or whenever you see this, or drink your beer. It might be in the evening time. You're relaxing, but breathe deep. Let me take a time out real quick, because some of these folks. Okay, thank you, Planet Pat. My hair is fire. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. We got ignorant folks. Planet Pat. They don't understand. They don't understand. um. Let me take a side note real quick. So I'm gonna give New Breed a break. Give him time to kind of think about what I'm saying. We got Black men who went into or came into the awakening of Israel, but they was users and abusers, honey. Yes, users and abusers. And they took halfway, understood knowledge halfway, and turned it into oppression of Black women. Yes, they did. Uh-huh. When they don't even understand the Bible. You see, the Most High, y'all said we in the last days. New Breed, hold on, wait a minute, before you take another sip of whatever you drinking over there in that corner. In the last days, because you preaching on the last days, you know what I'm saying? Not that the world is in it, my brothers and sisters. Not that the world is in it. We coming into a new rulership. That's all that means. Don't get scared, okay? But you do know it states that he was going to pour out his spirit, which is the Ruach Kadash, which is wisdom, onto women, children, men servants, and women servants, old men, and all that. You can look it up. You know the Bible. You do know he said he was going to pour out that spirit known as the Ruach Kadash, not the Holy Ghost, my friends. That's Christian stuff. That's that's their religion stuff. And we ain't dealing with no ghosts. We dealing with spirits, just like we dealing with you, because you ain't nothing but a spirit encased in a fleshly body, walking on this earth, so that you can move through this universe right here, this matrix. Okay, but you a whole spirit inside. The Most High Yah, New Breed, you know about this. Said in the last days, we in the last days, my boy, my guy. He was going to pour out his spirit, and all men and women, boys and girls, however you want to put it, man servants, maid servants, they was going to prophesy. Prophecy. Why you was preaching and teaching that women is ignorant, stupid, they like children. My God, wisdom comes from a female spirit. You see, some men, like I said, I was saying that a lot of abusers of Israelite communities were men that was abusers before they realized they was Israel. And some men just a hustler from the gate. They thought they came up on a new hustle. I'm gonna make it plain tonight, today, and tomorrow. They thought they came up on a new hustle and wanted to oppress women. Hell, they thought they can get a whole lot of wives and all that, all that stuff, pack a whole lot of women into one house and, had them working and doing all that while they had all kind of, range and opportunity to some free coochie. It was a hustle for a lot of these so-called Israelite men. They wasn't doing it the right way. While they sit there and they degrade women, they say women is so evil, women is that. Oh, you don't want the succubus spirit or which one is the female spirit? Let's get a little deep before I get back to New Breed. Because I'm giving him time to think about how he talked shit about Black women and told his nation of men, the foundational Black men, the Israelite men, to leave Black women alone and go get white women. Like his white wife he got over there trying to lead a new grassroots movement. Just take a chill pill. Let me say this. Y'all talk about Women is evil. Y'all don't know the Bible. Most High ain't touched a lot of you black men while y'all on platforms talking noise, because that's what it is. Clinking cymbals. You're clinkering. You heard that? You're clinkering. You're bumping your gums. And the Most High ain't blessed you. The Holy Spirit passed over you. The Holy Spirit, which is known as the Ruach Kodesh. If you are truly Israel, you studied, you would know that that is a feminine spirit. Yeah. Wisdom is feminine, Israel. Okay? While you down here thinking you going by what's mixed in, remixed in that Bible. I was just gonna say, y'all always talking about I done been on several platforms, because when I was trying to find my way, but I kept finding knuckleheads that's talking noise. Ain't been blessed by the Most High Yah to give no sermons, no teaching, no leadership. They just using it as a hustle. Well, they telling all these women trying to make heaven a boys' club. That's right. They trying to think they studied that Bible, not knowing that the Romans and all them been up in that Bible, then remixed it all the way. They was homosexuals. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings. If you homosexual, they was homosexuals. That's why so much hate in the Bible about being female. That's why they try to tell you ain't no female spirits such as angels, because it ain't in the Bible except for one, and that one was a wicked one. If you know, go study. I ain't here to take you through no Bible class today. I'm just gonna tell you what I know and what I've been blessed with to know. Because these con artists that have come into the Hebrew awakening, they found it. They ain't, they wasn't blessed to come in, because the Most High only wakes up who he wants to wake up. I want you to know that right now. They gonna tell you ain't no female angels, right? But then on the same breath, they'll tell you that there's a succubus. I can't remember which one is the female. It's a succubus or incubus spirit. One of them is female. Okay. One of them is female. Listen, follow me now. I need you to understand, one of those spirits is female. You know that night spirit that comes and people say, I've been paralyzed, I couldn't move at night. And then they had brothers go on steaming retention because it's a succubus spirit. It's a female a demon on you, sucking your male testosterone out your system. It's a female spirit. It's a devil. It's a demon. Now riddle me this, fellas. If there were no angels, female angels in heaven, how do you get a succubus spirit? Now, it could be a succubus or incubus, whichever one is the female, okay? How do you get a succubus or incubus spirit? And I'm talking about the female version of the demon. How do you get that? How do you, and let me make it very fundamental for you. How do you get these demon spirits anyway? Oh, hold on, let me sit up for this. I got to sit up. Because my brothers, that some of them, they are hustlers of the Israelite movement, and the Most High Yah ain't blessed them with no knowledge. Didn't bless them with the Ruach Kodesh, the Holy Spirit, which is feminine. Let me sit up for this. Let me sit up. Got me on a whole roll right now. The Most High must be telling me, let these folks know. Let these folks know. I'm taking you back. Here's another one. How do you get A succubus spirit. We're going to just say that it's a succubus until somebody clarifies for me, because I ain't about to do it right now. But you done heard about it. You done heard I have night, uh, I'm paralyzed at night, whatever they call it. I can't move. And they tell you it's a succubus spirit on you. Sex spirit. It's coming to have sex with you, holding you down. But it's a female one and it's a male one. The female ones come to the males, right? A demon. But you get these so-called Israelite leaders that are faking the funk, ain't got no knowledge of nothing, because some knowledge just don't come with the reading of the word, baby. Some of that stuff is downloaded for real, for real. Some of it's downloaded, and we get the pieces of the puzzle that you're not getting, because we getting it from the Holy Spirit, the Ruach Kodesh. I need you to riddle me this. How do brothers preach about succubus spirits or incubus, whichever the one is a female demon, but they say that there's no female angels in heaven? Where do demons come from? Nobody has put it in the chat yet. And I know that there are men watching, so-called Israelite men watching right now in the clouds. But nobody has put it in the chat yet where demons come from. Yeah, okay. The fallen angels, the watchers, there's so many movies that tell you about the watchers, the fallen ones. It was not just male fallen angels. That's right. It was females too. It was female fallen angels too. Because when the Most High sent the flood and killed the fallen ones and persecuted the fallen ones, turning them into demons, turning their children into demons, there are angels that fell out of grace and glory, and some of them were females. Holla back. Because there was not evil on this realm, in this earth, until the fallen ones came. So while you sit here and say there's no female angels in heaven, but you on the flip side of your tongue say that there's succubus or incubus, whichever one is the demon spirit, which is a fallen spirit that is torturing God's people at night, coming to have sex with God's people at night, is a female spirit that comes to men. But you, because you wasn't given the grace of the Most High Yah, the Holy Spirit, which is feminine, because you are on a masculine, dominant, controlling nature of the Roman Empire. That's right. You couldn't put two and two together until I told you tonight. You don't have demonic female spirits unless they were angels first, the fallen ones. That's right, the watchers. That's where your succubus, your female spirit comes from, or the incubus, whichever one. It's a female spirit, which she was a angel. Silly rabbits. Tricks are for kids. But you will have, and you will listen to these men say, ain't no female spirit angels in heaven. But how the hell they get here when this realm never had no evil entities until the fallen ones came? And the Most High Yah made them demons, devils. Huh? Why is it? Where the hell does female spirit come from? Where the hell does female devil, demon come from? The fallen ones, a female, glorified being. now pins you down and and paralyzes you men at night and sucks your manhood out you. That's right. She having sex with you at night. Well, you can't move. Paralyzed. Getting raped that night by a female fallen angel. A demon. A female demon. Does it make sense to you now? Huh? But you got these men that hate women so damn much. They'll tell you ain't no women in heaven, no female angels in heaven. But then they knuckleheads will tell you, you know, leave pornographics alone. Stop watching that pornographics, because if you're suffering with being pinned down at night, you what do they call it? It's a succubus or incubus spirit, it's coming in on you. It's a female spirit, you see. It's a female demon, and it's coming in and it's pinning you down and it's paralyzing you and it's sucking your manhood out you at night. It's raping you. It's raping you at night. It's a female spirit now. Succubus, incubus, one of them. But ain't no damn angels in heaven. Where there's a missing link, my brothers. There's a missing link. Y'all need to figure out where the missing link is, because how the hell is a succubus spirit down here raping men at night? Huh? There's a missing link. Because the incubus spirit that grapes in women at night is a male spirit, is a male demon. And how do we get demons? From the fallen ones. But we have men that hate women that came into the Israelites. They got a new hustle. Dun, 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 dun. It's a hustle. Dun, 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 dun. It's a hustle. And they'll tell you, hey, it's all men up in heaven. Matter of fact, when a lot of them, they got it from the religious sector. It's a Trinity. My brothers and sisters, thank you. Welcome in. Go ahead and hit the like button. Welcome in to the church of dumbness from my fellow brothers that I learned this knowledge from. Welcome in today. I want you to know that it's the Father, it's the Son, and it's the Holy Ghost. Yeah, we don't know what that is. We just, it's just a ghost. It's just vapors. Yes, vapors. We call it the Holy Ghost. It's all males up in heaven. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High, the God we call him. We don't know nothing about the Most High yet. We just ignorant males trying to lead somebody astray. Go ahead and pass the bucket. Y'all see, go ahead and hit the cash app. Pass the bucket around tonight. Okay, help us out. Help the congregation out tonight. Yes, it's Trinity. It's a Father, a Son, and it's a ghost. It's a ghost. Don't be scared. It's just a ghost. Yeah. But the Father, God, he created an order. He created an order. He just wanted to make folks in his image, you see. And he made a man. Then he said the man did a lot of work down here. He needs something down here. But he gonna make a woman, and then he gonna make a child. Then he gonna say, go forth, my brother and sister, on this green pure earth. And be fruitful and multiply, like all the birds and the trees and the little bumblebees. Go forth and be fruitful and multiply. This is an order. Yes, hallelujah. It's an order. Go forth and be. It's an order. So you as it above, so below. You know what I'm saying? I got that from the Chinese. I gave them a little confusion over there. As above, so below. Yeah, we're gonna have a man on this green earth. We're gonna have a female on this green earth. We're gonna have children, yes. But in heaven it's all men. Hey. Yeah, it's all men. We call it the Trinity. The Trinity. No. You call it the homosexual agenda of the Romans. They gave you religion. For Israel, it is the Father, the Most High God, the Son, which came down and laid down his life to fight these demons, devils, these fallen ones, fallen female angels that come and grape you men at night. The succubus. The Son came down and laid down his spirit, his life, this flesh. He ain't laid down the spirit. He laid down the flesh. He came down and fooled these dumb, the dumb devils. When they thought they was putting him to death, they forgot he was a damn spirit. I won't go. We not on that subject. And then there's the Holy Spirit, right? A spirit of wisdom, all knowledge, the blueprints, all knowledge, and it's female. That's right. As above, so below. It's not all males up in heaven, because if that was the case, as above, so below, it would be all men, and you wouldn't live the first year, or maybe 2, 3, give you 10 years, because you couldn't have been able to reproduce, right? Ain't nothing feminine about nothing that's wise. Oh, how you have been fooled. Oh, how you have been bamboozled. You've been bamboozled, my brothers. Ain't no female. Well, what the hell's graping you at night? Don't you ever in life say it's a female spirit again. Say you're being homosexually taken advantage of. Say Puff Daddy, Diddy spirit is coming in and handling you at night. Go ahead and say that, okay? Don't say it's a succubus spirit no more, my guy. Because there can't be a fallen demon spirit unless she was magnificent before she was fallen. The watchers were not all male. Holler back if you hear me. But anyway, I ain't gonna keep giving y'all too much knowledge. Your head might explode. Your head might go kaboosh. You know what I'm saying? Give you too much in one night. Yeah, I don't want to do that to you. Hold on, let me see something right here. Let me find my little exploding head. Put it up here, because your head might explode. You know what I'm saying? We don't want your head to explode. Don't do it to him, sister. Let him think about it. Let him think about it. Can I get my little head up here to explode for him? All they do is poof. Your head is gonna explode because you've been taught some BS from men who was mad. Got to hustle. They got a new hustle. Dun, 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 Think about it. Y'all got to sometimes stuff is in plain sight. But it could be in plain sight. But if the Most High don't open your eyes and drop that veil for you, you gonna be going in circles. Going straight up in circles. Let me see what y'all saying down here. Yeah. You like the old school music? Yeah, I gotta take you back sometimes, Pat, with the old school music. Even though we know it's all been corrupted, but we got to pick and choose, because we down here in this world. Hell, a lot of gospel been tampered with. Got to pray over and keep moving like we pray over our food. You know what I'm saying? Let me say this. Let's continue. Come on into the room, back into the room, New Breed. Let's listen to what he was saying.
Our resisting against the images that they put in front of us that have caused our people more harm than good. Now, I want y'all to understand that the powers that be don't want us to stay claim to who we are. They want to give us their images of us. Now, all of a sudden, you got all these people in support of P. Diddy. There's people being paid to wear free Diddy shirts outside of the trial. Now, why is this happening? Because they want the image of our people to be filthy, sexual deviants, freaks. That's not us at all. Now, America's going to have to pay. And when I say pay, yeah, we want our reparation. We want what we deserve. But unfortunately, the way prophecy pans out is we're going to get it back in blood. And I don't mean us physically doing anything to anyone. I mean, the Most High is going to wear.
Let me move that up. We ain't got all night. Oh,
Gabapentin is bringing you closer to.
Let's let this commercial pass. I'm gonna skip.
Diddy was for sale. America's for sale.
Okay.
It's no longer a country.
But New Breed, are you for sale?
Ladies and gentlemen, America.
Are you for sale, New Breed? Did you sell out the black woman? The foundational black woman? I didn't even know nothing about this new movement called the foundational black folk. It's all kind of stuff popping up. I got to peep into they little clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? See what they talking about. But from what I hear, from what I gather thus far, you got to be, your family has got to have been on this land, come through the slave trade, all that, to be foundational black. But remember, you halfway, you part-time in it for Israelite, I don't know if you can cut off half of your bloodline. I don't know if that's possible, but you part-time in it for the Israelite, Hebrew Israelite. You cast them down on the internet. We knew you wasn't part of no groups. I don't even know why you had to bring your ass out here and say you wasn't. It's like y'all have to announce stuff. Did you sell out, New Breed? Is this a new contract with the folks that be, the powers that be? Because like you cast down the Hebrew Israelite community, which that is just a community. It's like anybody that tap into your live streams. You don't know who the hell is who. They could be bots. They could be whoever in your live stream. But you cast down a whole internet community. So you're not a part of that no more. After you showcased your white wife. And the preachings and the teachings of the Hebrew Israelites it wasn't mixing, partner. It wasn't mixing. You found the right opportunity to go and cast down the community, but you still want to hold on to that bloodline. You want to be Beyonce. You want to put your bloodline on the front line, but you can't. You got some mixture going on now. It's just a little mixture going on now. You said to all of the folks that stopped in on your live stream for 3 to 4 years straight, black men, leave those black women alone. Did you say that, New Breed? 3 to 4 years straight. Hurrah. You said black men, leave those no good, loud mouth good for nothing, ugly, weave wearing, eyelash popping, fat booty jiggling, black women alone. You might not said all that, but you said leave those black women alone. You told you rallied up the troops, my brother. And you told your congregation of 100 and something, 100 and whatever thousand followers you got over there. Leave those black women alone. And I you had all kind of black men all up in your comment section. Yeah, I ain't never liked they black ass anyway. Even though I'm black, my mom black, all my cousins, my sister, my auntie black. But I ain't never liked their ass. But now you foundational black. You're starting a movement, not for sale, but you sold out somewhere. You're trying to be, we don't want no more Malcolm X's. No, well, we can take a little bit of Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. We don't want no more Dr. Martin Luther King, creeping with the white woman at the hotel on the way to the march. We don't want no more of that. Because then you gonna realize at the end of your little time, you gonna say, I done led my people into a burning building. We don't need no more of that. We don't want to be led into no more burning buildings, my brother. Because you gonna say that because you got your white woman, your wife. And you gonna come in front of us, foundational black folk, with black mamas and daddy, cousins, sister, brothers, and tell us, don't sell out. Ain't that what you gonna tell us? Let's keep going.
You will get hit with a barrage of verbal scorns from real ones who understand that we're tired of being represented by the wrong people.
What?
We're tired of being represented by people who don't speak for us. We've seen where that got us in America. And we are well within our rights to have some exclusivity to our image. And we're not going to let you people who running around ready to sell your souls with a price tag on your ass. We're not going to let y'all corrupt what we talking about. And we know America's in trouble right now. Why? Because the children of the light are awakened.
Really?
Here you have it in this country right now that they're using crowdfunding to fund race wars. And y'all don't think America in trouble?
Yeah, we do. We know America's in trouble. New Breed. You talking about that? You worried about them funding race wars when you was funding race wars of your own people against your own people, against the women of your nation. You funded race wars, New Breed. I need you to understand. You funded race wars. You know how everybody love to claim black on black crime. That what you was doing for 4 to 5 years, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 years, was funding race wars in your mouth. Your mouth funded race wars, sir. Your mouth funded race wars. You tried to take us out, sir. You still trying to take us out because the more babies you have with your white wife, you taking out the black woman. You taking out the black woman. And don't say, my seed, guys, your seed is going to make your child black, even if they come out lily white. But your lily white child, that came from the darkest daddy, blackity black, chocolate, whatever you want to call it, is going to have some mental mind games in the head. Oh, yeah. Like, you think it's just, I made that into my seed. But as those children that you raising up over there get older, go to school if there's still school around, When I think you say you try to teach, you try to keep them at home. You better keep them at home. You better try to keep them children at home as long as possible, sir. Because you see, when they get out in the world, Dara, they're going to have to be making some decisions. That's right. They're going to have to make some decisions. They going to be like, well, I get treated this way sometimes by my black side of the family. But on this side, the white side of the family treat me this way. And if my skin white enough, they might treat me a little better. And now, who do I side with? Well, my skin is so white. Let me go get me a white man. And then all your works is ruined. And your bloodline is destroyed. Yes, sir. You see, she go, your black light daughter gonna go marry a white man. And now his seed is planted in some somewhat fertile soil. A little salt in the soil, Salt in the soil ain't no good, by the way. Just in case you want to learn how to grow something. You don't want salt in your soil. Kill your plants. They go get them a white husband. Now his seed is in the mix, then took over your seed, baby. And that's the whole agenda. Didn't I tell you it was an agenda? New breed? Do I have to break it down to the very molecule of it all? That you stemming off of my talking points? But hate to give a female any credit. Give credit where credit is due, sir. Teamwork make the dream work, sir. Oh, but I'm sorry. I'm not white. But I'm right. I've been blessed with the Ruach Kadash. Yeah. The Holy Spirit has blessed me. I got favor, honey. I'm trying to tell you. You're not building no nations with your lies that you told to the black men over several years to abandon they black women. Go get them white women so that they can birth forth confusion. That's what you were birthing forth, confusion. Not being funny at all. You are birthing forth confusion. Just go on TikTok, because I know y'all go over there to get y'all up to date information when y'all want something new, because y'all ain't coming out with no new information on YouTube as fast as you get it on TikTok, although you want to hate on TikTok. Go on TikTok. Why don't you go on TikTok, do a little investigation, sir, and look up mixed race children, how they feel about they race, how they feel about their mom and daddies. Who do they side with? They confused. You raising up confusion, sir. Some of them feel like they more with the black, but they can't fit in with the black because their skin too light, so they gotta fight. You're raising up confusion. You're seeding confusion. You're not raising up a nation. You heard me. You heard me. You're raising up confusion. Go and do some research on it. I ain't hating. I want nobody to come through here, hearing this broadcast tonight, in the morning or in the afternoon, whenever you come across it, think that I'm trying to be ugly. No, go do your own research on mixed race children and how they feel. Some of them, they white mamas can't stand their guts if their hair come out nappy, but their skin come out light. Yes, baby. They be pissed off, upset. I don't know how to deal with this nappy stuff. Go. There's videos all up and down YouTube. Not YouTube. Y'all slow over here. TikTok, honey. Bright, light, and mixed up, I guess just right. But their hair is from the roots, honey. That's right. Kinky curly. And mamas is having a fit because they don't know what to do with it. Go listen to some of the testimonies of your mixed race children. While you think you doing something, telling the nation, you was preaching, New Breed, telling men to leave black women alone and go get white women so y'all can raise up confusion. Are you an agent? Because you yet to apologize to me, a sister that came through your way only to help and not hurt your platform. But you came over here and tried to downright stomp me out, with your gangster crew. Mm-hmm. You're raising up confusion. Now you the new leader, the grassroots leader. Now you trying to tag along with the FBA or whatever, Foundational Black Folks now. You trying to do all that with your white wife in tow and your mixed race children that you don't even know if they going to continue the lineage, because as soon as they get a Chinese, that baby going to be Chinese, and the rest of your lineage, it's done from there. That first seed that's it, partner. It's a wrap. Why you think the Chinese all up in Africa trying to marry every black woman they can? Why you think the other nations? I keep telling y'all this. Why didn't I tell you it's part of the agenda? All the other nations of men, white men, Spanish men, they clamoring for your black women, especially the white men, because they numbers is low. Mm-hmm. They numbers is low. Their birth rate is falling off the charts. That's right. That's right. That's why your President Trump, while you trying to act like you trying to give us some knowledge about President Trump, but when he won, you was hurrahing and high fiving the air, whatever. You was happy to yourself because you thought it was gonna be about the black man being up there with the president, being able to oppress. But you seeing now you're trying to talk about what President Trump doing to the nation of America. My brother, you need to get together. We need an apology. You need to apologize to the black women and to the black men who you led astray. I told you we do not need no more Dr. Martin Luther Kings at the end of the day saying they led their people into a burning building after they slept with all the white women on the way to the march. Okay? Your children will be confused seeds. You have what's the farm initiative called you got over there? PD Farms, PT Farms, whatever farm, you want folks to go over there and live and it's a great idea, an idea I had too myself. Something like that, something along those lines. Do you know about seeds? They have hybrid seeds. You can go to any grocery store and buy hybrid seeds. You got a hybrid seed over there, sir. You just had. Congratulations, though. I love the children. I trust and believe. I love babies. No matter they white, black, I love them little chunky chunks coming here. But you got a hybrid, sir. You don't have an heirloom. I'm be the one to tell you tonight, today and tomorrow. You do not have an heirloom seed over there that you have just your white wife just birthed out. That's not an heirloom seed. You see, an heirloom seed is original to the most common denominator. They original. They gonna bring forth and bring forth and bring forth more of themselves. A nation, heirloom, which you all are now calling foundational black folk. Israel, because most Yah is going to preserve his heirloom seeds, you see, throughout his female heirlooms that he put down here and the male heirlooms. Okay? You have, sir, a hybrid seed. You see, a hybrid seed Well, I'm just telling you this so you can understand the difference if you start purchasing seed. But you probably ain't gonna get no real seed now because Americans have taken all the heirloom seeds and they up in a bank and Iceland some damn where. Facts on facts on facts. So the most part you're gonna get is hybrid seeds to plant in your gardens. But you might get a first fruit that might be or look like heirloom, but it's not heirloom anymore. It's hybrid. And it's going to putter out. You might not even get a third crop, sir. That's what hybrid seeds do for you. Do you understand? So while you were promoting that you got seeds in your nut sack that can grow a nation, baby, you growing hybrid seed nations because you seed in the wrong lands, sir. You need heirloom to be upon heirloom, to be on foundational, to be upon Israel. You following me, sir? We need an apology. All black women, you need to come on with it. Let's continue to hear what he has to say about America's in serious trouble.
Shiloh Hendricks cusses out a 5-year-old black autistic child. Now, do you hear how preposterous this is? She calls a 5-year-old autistic black child the N-word. And she manages to almost fund $1 million. And you don't think there's a war going on. America's in trouble.
We are. Because we got folks like you. Let me turn this down. Commercial break. You went around for 4 years straight. And when you get pissed off, now let me say this. Y'all, listen up. And y'all in the overflow. When he get pissed off at a black woman, he gonna come on his platform and talk shit about black women again. Trust and believe. Unless you ask for deliverance, sir, of that negative spirit you harboring. Ask for healing about whatever black woman did you wrong. And that's what it stems from. I don't care what you say. That black love is something deep, baby. And when a black man or female get hurt by black love, baby, you might create a monster. You hear me, ladies and gentlemen? You might create a monster. Because now they're gonna have some resentment, some kind of deep-seated hatred for the black woman or the black man that hurt them. Trust and believe, I'm just trying to let y'all know. New Bree, yeah, I know you dealing with something. I know it's you got a little war going on in you because you like some black women. Just trust and believe because you done had some black babies. So you like that brown sugar baby because you know that once you go black, you never go back. Trust and believe. I know you might even be tipping out on that white wife you got over there. Mm-hmm. You driving right now in this car. Who you going to see? Who you going to see, New Bree? You going to go get you a little brown sugar. Don't play with me. I know how I go down. Y'all put what you think you want up in them houses. But you keep going and tipping around the corner for what you really like. But you can be complaining about. Trust and believe, honey. Let's skip this commercial. Who you going to see? You going to go get you a little brown sugar because you driving somewhere. Let's continue, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Turn this up.
It's on the brink. A real one. What do you think that money is going to? Small racist groups. What do you think they're getting? Perhaps weapons. Perhaps more campaigns to fuel more hate and racism.
What you fueling, New Breed? Or the black woman? What were you fueling?
And meanwhile, everybody want to be divided. Oh, America's in trouble. And we're not going to let those people who are frozen aside. We're not going to let those who are running around screaming they got black fatigue. We're not going to let them pose as one of us. It's not going to happen. We're not allowing that. Imagine you got people screaming they got black fatigue. They tired of us. Well, maybe our people are tired of the last 500 years of captivity. They tired of our women being loud in public.
Wait a minute.
They're tired of
what?
They're tired of brothers arguing in the streets, fussing in the streets.
Wait a minute. What did you say? Our women being loud in public. Okay. I know you're not trying to claim black women now. We need an apology. You can't just go wishy-washy, Newbury. You can't throw us to the dogs. Throw us in the ditches. It ain't our women when you said leave black women alone for the last 3 or 4 years, Newbury. You told black men to leave black women alone and go get the other nation of women, such as yourself, that you have right now. We can't have no new grassroots leader with a white wife and acting like he care about us when he don't, because he ain't publicly made that clear. Okay. Now I don't want you to say, well, I didn't say it on my platform, the women that rock with men. No, brother. We need to hear. We don't want to hear you trying to save your people who hit your cash app. The women. It's like a church, brothers and sisters. Let me let you know, it's like a church for these big platforms. They try to preserve the women that come and hit their cash app, just like the reverends in the church. They love that they cater to the black women, the foolish ones. You hear me? They kept hitting the tray with the offering plate. They gonna cater to that. So we don't want to hear the ones you catering to, trying to keep them on your platform, to keep hitting that cash app. Now I'm not talking to you ones that I'm talking to the ones that don't want to listen. No, you said leave all black women alone, sir, for 3 to 4, 5 years. Yes, you did. We don't want to. We don't want to hear you come on, because we're gonna want something, and we're gonna want an apology on these internet streets, because that's where you've been preaching and teaching and bumping your guns about leave black women alone. Now you're talking about, these people talking about black fatigue, loud women, and our women, and what are women? First of all, they don't even know the definition and the reason why they're using black fatigue. That's something that came from black folks that said that, a black author. But I know because you explained yourself. But I just want to make that clear. I'm telling you, we black folks, black women who saw the nation, they take everything we say, they try to flip it around and use it. But Newbury, we're going to need you to do something publicly before you talking about you leading a new grassroots movement for the foundation of black folks in Israel with your white wife. No, you're going to have to say something publicly about black women that speak their mind. That's right, because you got us too. That's right. Strong black women that have minds. We're not children. That's right, honey. You're going to have to speak and say, I'm sorry. Or apologize. You don't have to say I'm sorry. We don't consider you sorry. No. But you're going to have to apologize. Because for the last 3 to 4, 5 years, you told your nation of men, black men, to leave black women and go get a white wife like you. You was hiding her for I don't know how many months before she became your wife. Your sexually linked wife. It ain't no paperwork on that. Because that was another hustle of the Israelite men that came into the community. Ladies, Sister Margaret, I want you to be my wife, and we have sex, baby, you my wife, baby. We don't need to go to the white man. We don't need that, none of that paperwork now, you know. But I thought, don't we need paperwork for us a marriage certificate to show that we're married? No, baby, no, baby. You said in the Bible, see, in the Bible it says, we have sex, we are married, you see. So that's all it takes, honey. I got you, girl. Don't you know I got you? But after we do this, I'm gonna have to go on down to the driver's license because driver's license place. I gotta get my driver's license. I'm going out of town next week, so I'll make sure I'm my paperwork in order. But we don't need no paperwork. No marriage certificate. We don't need to be in the system, baby. No. Go on, lay down, get ready for Big Daddy. All that hustle that's been going on in the community. Is this a new hustle, new breed? We need an apology. Not just me, all the black women you threw under the bus.
Being loud, obnoxious. Well, I think it's safe to say we're tired of systematic racism. I think it's safe to say that we're tired of 500 years of slavery, including Jim Crow.
What?
And everything else. Mm-hmm. But you don't hear us complaining about that, right?
We complain. Stop lying. We've been complaining. Let me get to the grass.
Meal.
Let me see if I can get to the movement. I forgot what he called it, y'all. I want to get to the movement. Oh Lord, commercial. Every time a commercial come on, y'all go ahead and hit the Cash App over here. Okay, it's running across the screen. Hit the like button in the Cash App. Jingle. The trade, the offering plate is going around right now. Okay, because that's what these brothers do on these platforms. Go ahead, support me. Support me too. Shoot. Ladies, y'all need to come on over here and start supporting ladies. Okay?
Hold on one moment.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta watch these people on this road.
You gotta watch them on the road and on these internet streets too.
I want you to understand right now that we are officially starting.
Here we go.
The image reclamation movement.
The image reclamation movement. It's official.
We're not for sale. This is the image reclamation movement, and we are not for sale. Hashtag we're not for sale. And I'm gonna tell y'all, brothers and sisters, I am the co-founder of this movement, and I'm gonna be going on this movement strong. You understand? Because that's
gonna be right on your back too, son.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's your job. It's your job to gatekeep our image.
Oh, really? Our
image, brothers and sisters. It's your job. It's our job to gatekeep our image. Take this personally, because we are under attack right now.
Really? Okay.
Hashtag not for sale.
Okay.
Because you got our image corrupted because everybody's running around trying to sell themselves for filthy lucre's sake. And we all are the co-founders of this movement.
I know you're right.
It belongs to all of us.
It belonged to all that came after. Let me pause it for the cause. That came after my original talking points. I've been telling you Jacob's trouble is on the way. Now, I know you probably heard it from some Israelite men, they went to the Bible, but I said it wholeheartedly different, came from the Most High Yah himself. I told you Jacob's trouble was on the way. I told you there was an agenda. Before now you're hearing all these people talking about an agenda. Said it 3 or 4 years ago. I got the receipts just in case any one of y'all knuckleheads want to come back and ask me about it. I'll pull them up for you. You go do the research yourself. My archives is up. Yeah, you found it. Because you found it means you found something that was already there, sir. We, the foundational black women, Israel, we gonna need a formal apology because you kicked us to the curb. You tried to replace our image. You tried to cover the faces of the saints. That's right, sir. You tried to cover the faces of the saints with white women because you told all of your black followers, men, to kick black women to the curb and go get white women. You hear me? That's what you said. You tried to cover the faces of the saints, black women, because we are the saints. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Hey, I want to be in that number. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Come on, y'all. Oh, when the saints go marching. We are the saints. That's right. Israel. And you, sir, from what the Bible says, you tried to cover the faces of the saints with white women. You told black men to leave black women. You told black men to leave black women alone. Kick us to the curb. We ain't no good. We're too loud. Mm-hmm. You even concur. You was agreeing. Yeah, I concur. Yes. Leave black women alone. They loud. They this, they that, and the third. Cover the faces of the saints, my brothers. Go get you a white woman. That's what you said. Okay? That's what you said. That's what he said. He was trying to cover the faces of the saints. Do you know who the saints are, boys and girls, brothers and sisters? Do you know who the saints are? Go figure it out.
We all are the co-founders. Everybody who's in support of New Breed Global Truth, you are the co-founder of this movement. Where we reclaim our image. The image reclamation movement is here. And now that this movement is on the move, America's in trouble. Why? Because of their insidious actions. Because they hid the truth for so long. And through our awakening to the manipulation and the war tactics that they waged against us psychologically, by handcrafting and molding our lab-made leadership.
3 signs your car accident is
Lord have mercy. I know how many perps are here. It's a lot of them in the building, Planet Pat. It's a lot of them. We're gonna let them learn today, though. They might turn over a new leaf, Planet Pat. All right. It's a lot of perps in the building, but they be all right. Okay. They go ahead, Planet Pat, usher them up into the overflow room. They can't be in the main congregation. Okay. It's a lot of perps in the building. I'm just gonna say, New Breed, before you start this new movement, I don't know if you can be the leader now. We might think about that. I don't know if you can be the new leader. You might need a co-leader, a black woman. Not me. You don't have to be me now. But you go need you a strong black woman. Not one of your change one of your people that hit the offering plate every time you go live. Not one of them, because half the time them folks just want to be seen. They looking for recognition. We all know the game. We all know the hustle. Even the pastors in the church know the hustle. Them folks ain't getting no attention from their husbands at home. They want to be seen. They want to be seen in front of all the congregation. Let me put up a little donation. They don't donate on no females channels. So we all know what's up. Okay? We all know what's up. Not one of them women. Because you can't be talking about standing strong. You leading us to the promised land, to glory. You gonna lead us through Jacob's trouble, because Jacob's trouble is on the way. Jacob, you're in trouble, partner. It's on the way. That's not no doom and gloom either. Let me put that out there. That's facts. That's biblical. That's biblical. Jacob's trouble is on the damn way. We don't know if you can. I don't know if Becky, what's her name? Susan. Did you ever tell us her name? Is her name Ann? I don't know if Ann can make it. You know. Shoot, when they say when the desolation, when the abomination, desolation hit coming to the synagogue or wherever they put that, you know, that devil, when they walk up in there, you better run for the hills, partner. I don't know if Becky ain't gonna make it. Your wife, I'm talking about your wife. I don't know if she's gonna be able to be strong enough out there in the cold, in the wilderness. I don't know if she gonna be able to, you know, it's easy to talk noise when you're comfortable in a house and all that. But you gonna have to have some strong rooted seeds to make it through what's coming, partner, and help to lead people to make it through what's coming. Because on the other side, there's glory. Oh, hold on for a minute. Y'all know about the plantation that burnt down. About the Hubbard plantation. Hold on, let me get that. The Most High sending y'all signals daily. Huh? Y'all know about that? Plantation. Been up there. They've been having wedding celebrations on a plantation that had 100+ slaves on it. Finally burnt to the ground. They try to put it out. That's fire started right back up. That's right. It's been all on TikTok, where you get the breaking news, right? Where you get the breaking news. I was gonna cover it, but I was like, yeah. It was too much coverage on TikTok. Where you get the breaking news. Let me let y'all hear about the signs of the times. Okay? Plantation, smooth, burnt down to the ground. Where they was having weddings. You know what? I heard a lady say, made so much sense. These folks turned the little broke down cabins that the slaves lived in the back of the plantation. They turned them into little cottages, for wedding events and things like that. The whole plantation, it was a beautiful plantation. It was built by Black folk. Israel, we the builders, baby. We the builders of the nation, honey. Black folks built that, just like they built the White House, all that there. Everything, yeah. All that. Don't say you was out there in that scorching hot sun building nothing. Okay? My other brothers and sisters, give credit where credit is due. That's what this broadcast is about tonight. Give credit where credit is damn due. They having luncheons and brunches where folks slaved, where folks was beat, raped, children torn from mothers' bosoms. They having parties over there now. It's burnt down to the ground now, y'all. Just happened this week. This past weekend. Burnt down to the ground. This one lady said, how sick is that for you to be having your weddings and your parties? They tell us, you don't need no reparations, while that plantation family steady collecting money off of a plantation that had slaves on it. They was still getting reparations. That's right. I'm glad it burnt down. Glad it burnt down to the doggone ground. It says that's like having lunch at Auschwitz. You Jewish folks, that's like having lunch and brunch at Auschwitz, having wedding parties at Auschwitz. Y'all know how y'all like to say that was one of the worst atrocities in history. And it only lasted a couple of years when slavery lasted 400 years. Jewish people like to tell you that Auschwitz, the Jewish concentration camp, that was the most egregious incident that the world has ever seen. But what if folks was to go and build it up, make it nice and pretty, the gas chambers, paint it real pretty, put some real pretty pictures and flowers in there, a couple of tables, say that's an exclusive VIP room. Charge, thousands of dollars. Just go eat in a gas chamber. Well, a few million lost their life. Auschwitz. Turn into a recreation center. How about that? Now, y'all can't see it when it's on the other hand, but y'all sitting here eating and dancing and have celebrations of life, of new beginnings at a plantation. It's burnt down. Good riddance. Good doggone riddance. I don't know if I want to play this because half this stuff be having music on it. Let me see. Hey, what? Hey, I can't play it. Burn, fire. Black folks celebrating. You heard me? They should. Y'all be hating black folks to celebrate when atrocities that standing to this day. Standing to this day. Y'all having wedding celebrations and parties and picnics. Parties and picnics. You better not dare talk about you want to go put up a tent and have a party over there at Auschwitz where a couple of Jews got burnt up, gassed up. You better not dare. But 400 years, these atrocities happen on these plantations, one of the largest plantations, and it's burnt to the ground. Good riddance. That was just a side note. New Breed, I'm gonna need you to make a public apology, declaration, whatever you want to call it, to a black woman. Or we will know where your true legions lie. We don't hear anything. Not to your supporters, because they halfway brainwashed. They just trying to be seen by you. They just trying to be seen by people. Not to the ones that keep hitting your cash app. Clink, 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 clink. Not those. The ones you kicked off your block from your platform because they were speaking truth and you didn't want to hear it. Those folks. And to me. Because I ain't do nothing to you. You came over here and took. You took but didn't want to give credit where credit was due, sir. I need you to show us that you have grown up over these 4 or 5 years. Matured a little bit more. Let's see your manly hood show. Because you, sir, you was leading your people astray. Leading them into a burning building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Was you going to stand out and watch it burn? Huh, sir? With your white wife? Was you going to stand out and watch us burn? Let's see. Let me turn this down. Let me flip this around. Was you going to stand out and watch us burn, sir? Lead us into a burning hell? Newbury, I need to know. Let's see. Trying to let y'all see this real quick. It's not coming on. I was going to try to let y'all see this plantation burning down. It don't want to come on. The camera don't want to act right. Can't get right. Anyway, Doggone it. Platform be just getting on my nerves. But you go sit there, lead your people into a burning house, and walk away with your white wife into the sunset to start a new nation of hybrid seeds. We need to know that you true with it. You a true foundational black man who wants to, support the foundational black women in Israel. Because that's your whole new talking points now, We need to know if you real about that life. Or you just been hired. Are you a new hire, sir? On you got a new contract, sir? We need to know, New Breed. You need to make it plain. David, who are you? Don't come in the building asking questions, sir. It's plenty of videos. You can go do a little research and then find out who I am. Sir. Hey, I didn't even see you in the building, young Strip King. How you doing? That's what I just need to know. You got a new grassroots movement going. But before that grass start to grow, fertilize the soil well. And when you say a foundation, the foundation is that dirt. The foundation is the soil, sir. You understand? Before the grass and the roots can come up for your grassroots movement, not for sale. We gonna need to know that you are not for sale. You gonna have to say something to the black women. Yes, so you know how folks get on here when they done cut up and acted a fool and got to make a public statement. I understand about PR, public relations. You gonna have to make a public statement, address the black nation of females that you degraded for 4 to 5 years. How you cast us out for 4 to 5 years. You gonna have to address that, New Breed. We don't need that on paper. Well, at least on video. I'm be riding your coattails about this one. We not no stuff. Because, we can't let another lead us into the fire. A house on fire. No, we can't let another leader lead us into a house of fire. Okay? Not going to do it. Can't do it. So, I'm going to go ahead and let you think about that. It's a good look, not a bad look. Don't take it as a negative, New Breed. If you ain't got no handlers, okay? And you know what handlers are because you was all on the targeted individual community too. So you know about handlers. You know about your watchers, right? If you truly true to this new grass movement that you establishing, you gonna have to come correct and readdress the black women that you degraded for 5 years. You told your black men to leave us alone and go get white women. Y'all go subscribe to Planet Pat. 1995. They took his channel down. They messing with a lot of folk. Y'all be careful out here in these internet streets. Because when you talk truth, they mess with you. And that's why we got to be very careful. There's a lot of perps, a lot of folks, a lot of paid agents. A lot of paid agents. That's why I'm doing a slow walk. I ain't jump up into the hundreds and thousands of viewers. We need to know if you real about it or if you back. You got a zaddy. Do you have a zaddy, New Breed? A white daddy? Do you got a zaddy with money, New Breed? A white daddy with money backing you. We need to know you real about it, you true about it, because you will denounce everything to be, for me, I see through it. Y'all be denouncing stuff to be on new contracts. New Breed. You're gonna have to do something right about what you said about black women. And I don't want not your change shakers, not your purses that you have on your board that hit the community tray every time you pass around the offering plate. Because in every church, every congregation, you got them women that, they, hey, they might think they getting the word, but sometimes they looking for a little something extra. That's how them women get played. They be all in the back room getting laid. You know what I'm saying? Okay? I need real black women apology, acknowledgement that you was wrong for leading your ministry. We need the real. And keep ignoring me. Yeah, I'm gonna be right on that ass every time you say you about this grassroots movement, and you threw your black women astray for this white woman. You told your black men to go get white women. No, probably through you. Make it right. I'll be right here. All right, y'all. I'm out.